Welcome back to the Budget Gamer channel. Today we're going to be taking a look at the Shapeshifting Detective. This game just came to the Switch, so it is both new and on sale. So if you're interested in FMV type games or classic noir style detective mysteries, you might be interested in this one. The overall premise of the game is that despite your own mysterious background, you as the shape-shifting detective Sam have been asked to investigate the murder of a young girl in a town called August. The local police force is at a bit of an impasse because they already have some pretty solid suspects but don't really have the ability to move. So they've called in some outside help that can pursue the case from different angles. Unlike many of the other detective games that I've played and reviewed so far on this channel, this one is far from a point and click. The gameplay consists mostly of selecting dialogue options between different characters that you're interviewing, and your uncanny ability to shapeshift allows you to open up new dialogue options with every single interaction. However, this isn't as simple as something like Subsurface Circular, as the dialogue options are fairly high stakes. Your main goal, other than attempting to discover who done it and prevent any possible future murders, is to not be discovered for what you really are. This apparently happened in the last city that you worked in and is now the reason you've been moved to the little town of August. Not only is there the explicit goal of trying to catch the killer, but it's directly tied to the implicit goal of saving your own behind from whatever trouble you got into last time. And it's these motivations, along with the absolutely riveting dialogue and story, that push you on to the end of the game. If you're not used to FMV games or haven't played one before, each scene is an actual film clip of a real actor pursuing the dialogue. Not only does this allow you to really engross yourself in being the detective, interviewing real people, but it gives you the added ability to use much more than just dialogue clues. Depending on what you ask or how you talk to a person, their body language can shift dramatically. Facial twitches, gestures, nervous tics, and tone of voice can all be used to help you get an edge in determining if someone's telling the truth or lying. Pausing briefly between selecting dialogue options in a given interaction will actually allow the camera to zoom out or zoom in on certain gestures or nervous tics that you should be focusing on. However, blindly pursuing a character you think might be guilty based on these tics could do as much harm as good. Your shapeshifting ability may allow you to squeeze more information out of them from different perspectives, but it may also raise questions as to why certain characters are pursuing the issue. Additionally, if someone they've never met starts asking about something they shouldn't have known about, you could give yourself away or change the entire dynamic within the game. You could cause certain characters to stick together and reinforce a false alibi, or you could expertly manipulate the situation to cause them to break down their barriers and come forth with the truth. As we would expect from any game that's based on dialogue options, there are branching decision trees that finger all the way out to the end of the game. Meaning in short that yes, there are multiple endings, but that's not the only thing that changes with each playthrough. While you'll always be playing as Sam the shapeshifting detective trying to work his way out of whatever his previous mess was, the killer in the game is randomly selected from any of the possible players at the beginning of every playthrough, meaning that there are nearly endless possibilities for your experience as you replay the game. But just because this is scripted and most of the dialogue options don't change doesn't mean this is going to be easy. Playing as Sam, you are the outsider and people are hesitant to talk to you regardless. This could make innocent people seem like they're lying, but it could just mean that people who are giving you the cold shoulder don't want to betray their feelings. Overall, I'd have to say that this is definitely one of the best FMVs I've played in a long time, and by far one of the most engrossing detective themed games I've ever played. The total mystery is divided into chapters that take only one night, and though you can burn through this game in probably an hour and a half, a good playthrough is most likely going to take you 2.5 to 3 hours if you really do exhaust every possible dialogue option. And yes, though it might be nice if the developers had thrown in some sort of chapter or scene select or some sort of ability to fast forward through dialogue encounters that you'd already been through, the level of depth and intrigue in the story make that a complete non-issue. If you play through it more than once, you're going to want to pay attention to every detail. So again, if you're a fan of the FMV genre or you enjoy detective mystery with just a hint of the supernatural, the Shapeshifting Detective may be a game that you really want to check out. It gives you nothing for free, but it holds nothing back. Well, that about wraps up the review of the Shapeshifting Detective on the Switch eShop. So if you enjoyed the review or found it helpful, feel free to throw me a like or a comment to show your support. And don't forget to click that little bell icon when you subscribe to stay updated with the latest content. New and unique indies are coming out almost every day, so there's always going to be something new to find right here. And if you're enjoying the content but just want a little bit more, feel free to follow us on Instagram or Twitter. But anyway, this has been Budget Gamer, so as always, thanks for watching.